Y'all heard about Pike County. And my guilty story goes back, and I told Julie I wasn't going to say anything because what could I possibly be guilty of? But since I knew that this topic was coming, I haven't been able to get it out. So I need to tell y'all a story about the life and times of young Alex in Pike County. And I grew up in a middle school. When I went to kindergarten, my mom got a job at Pike County Middle School, first as a parapro, then as a media assistant. So from kindergarten all the way through the time that I could drive, I had to come back to the middle school every day so I could be driven home by my mom. And the custodian at the middle school was a guy named Melvin Colquitt. And to a young kid growing up in Pike County, Melvin was a superhero. He was a sage. Melvin was the custodian who took care of everybody. He called my mom Peaches. He told me that you never serve a naked dinner, which means you don't ever serve dinner without a roll. And he taught me that if you're gonna do work, you better be proud of it. And Melvin was really the first person who ever really instilled in me that you do things for other people that you may not even do for yourself. That was Melvin. Melvin's brother Rex was the custodian at the elementary school, and he was a laugh a minute. Melvin's son Avis was the best ball player that I'd ever seen. Melvin was a superhero for a lot of reasons, and one of the reasons that he had a superpower in Pike County was Melvin could get a job for anybody in his family. And when I got to middle school, and I knew it was a school that my mom worked in, that he got a job for his cousin Billy. Billy Colquitt was what Melvin called slow. And we all know what that meant. Billy worked hard, but Billy wasn't as bright as Melvin. He wasn't as bright as Red. He was good, a good person. And he worked really hard. And one day in 7th grade, in our designated bathroom break, a lot of the other kids in the bathroom break were 7th grade boys, were 12, 13, thought it was really funny to make the urinal overflow. And, they were just hammering. And I was in there, and I didn't do enough to stop it. Didn't do anything, really. If I'm honest with myself, I didn't do anything to stop it. And it didn't occur to me later in the day when I went to the restroom that the joke that they were playing could be something else, right? And so when I got finished using the restroom, I went to flush the toilet normally. Guess what happened? The toilet starts overflowing because of the mess that had happened earlier in the day. And I didn't know what to do, but Billy walks in. And I was like, Billy, I'm sorry this happened. And he knew that I was in the room before when it happened earlier in the day. And he said, you go to the office. Side story. The highest honor in Pike County that they would give at awards night was called the Citizenship Award. That award meant the world to me. From 1st grade to 8th grade, the only time they gave that award, it was called the highest award because it wasn't just that it meant you were the smartest, it also meant you were the kindest and you were the best. I really resent those 2 years I didn't win that award. And I really wanted to win it this year. So when Billy told me to go to the office, all of these things flow through my head, right? I knew I didn't do it. I didn't intentionally make the toilet overflow. I also knew that if I went to the office, I couldn't get the citizenship award. But what else did I know about Billy? I knew that he was slow. So I didn't go to the office. I went right back to class like nothing had ever happened, just hoping that nothing would ever happen. And that moment has eaten at me every day of the rest of my life. Because that's not how you treat people. That's not how you act. That's not how you show respect to people who deserve it. And I would hopefully never do that again. Because that's not fair to me. That's not fair to Billy. It wasn't fair to the example of Melvin. It wasn't fair to anybody. And I hope that nobody ever treats somebody that they see as lesser with that type of disrespect. And thank you.